The first domino fell Monday in the reconstruction of the Atlanta Braves. They fired general manager Frank Wren. That was a good first step, and it was definitely necessary. Unfortunately, the pathetic one-loss record for the Braves this season is only part of the reason Wren was fired. It's deeper than that. This is about the Braves way eroding from a standard that people in that uniform behaved and performed to something else, something different, something wrong. And Wren's decisions are the reason for that, and now this team has had the worst season for this franchise in decades. And again, it's not all about the record. Other teams had records that were much worse, but there's more to it. Monday, John Schultz, the team president and the man who wrote many of the philosophies of the Braves way, defined it when asked the question, what exactly is the Braves way? It's a special way of identifying young players, he said, who want to become part of your organization with great comfort and expectation that when they put on a Braves uniform, they'll be taught well, instructed well. Their makeup and their character will allow them to turn into winning championship caliber players. They'll fit the pipeline of this organization with highly capable, high-character, young winning men who help you win many, many championships on a major league level year after year after year. So with that in mind, look at the players on this year's team. There are no leaders. There was no one around to kick Freddie Freeman in the butt to get him to forget about the fact that his buddy, Dan Uggla, had been released. Instead, Freeman pouted and moped around and really disappointed a lot of people. Look at B.J. Upton. He can't hit. He's got a bad attitude. His hustle is questioned repeatedly by fans and by teammates. Frank Wren knew this was BJ's reputation in Tampa Bay, and yet he gave Upton $75 million anyway. BJ's brother, Justin Upton, was traded by Arizona to Atlanta with 3 years left on his contract. Well, why? Well, the Diamondbacks didn't like his inconsistency. They didn't like the way he played the game. They didn't like the way he carried himself. They didn't like him in their clubhouse. Think about Chris Johnson. He has had more temper tantrums than a 4-year-old this year, but Wren gave him a 3-year contract extension with a 4th-year option. If he had asked the coaches last year, they would have told Wren to trade Johnson instead of rewarding him with a new deal. Now, some people criticize the use of the term the Braves way, but they just don't get it. How can you watch this year's team and not understand the difference in the way it plays the game and Braves teams of the past? Do you see now why this team is going to finish with a losing record? This is why this team can't hit. This is why this team can't win. This is why this team quit on manager Freddie Gonzalez. This is why you probably don't watch this team, and this is why Frank Wren is out of a job.